Okay, I wanted to make a quick video before I got too far along in my day, because sometimes when you get busy, you forget stuff. As you know, I am following the work of Michael Levin, who is a research biologist, Tufts University. And he doesn't claim that his ideas are new. What he claims is that he's doing experimental research on some very old ideas, which are prompting new ideas for him. Okay. And some of the areas he's studying are aging and cancer, what causes these and how to reverse them. So I find him really inspiring. What I think is challenging is his terminology and plugging his terminology into actionable stuff that we understand. So I want to relay that to you the way I understand it. And oddly enough, the way I understand his work is the way I understood life. Anyway, I guess maybe that's why I like it. I want to start with a statement that may not make sense to you, but we can ferret out the details of it as we go along. I don't view the story of Jesus in the Gospels as history. I view the stories of Jesus in the Gospels as a guide for now. You've heard me say I take these things literally. That's how I literally take it. It's difficult to see it that way when you read the English translation, but if you read the Greek, you see present tense used continually. And then in Paul's writings, you see be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The newness, the nowness is all through the Gospels. So the key to everlasting life is what some term as novelty. That's a scientific term. What that simply means is newness. And if you look at the word novel, the noun is a book, but the adjective is new. And one of the things that Michael Levin's research discovered, if you listen to Lex Friedman's last interview with him, look at Lex clips. Lex Friedman breaks down into clips. Look at the clips on aging and regeneration. You'll see Michael Levin talking about his recent research that seems to support the notion that the reason a baby is young is because it's in a new environment and it perceives itself as brand new. And so it comes out as brand new. His research supports that idea. Well, guess what? The Bible supports that idea. The Gospels support that idea. Newness. In other words, living in the now. The Law of the Land Handbook is written in now time language. That's why it's unrebuttable and unrebutted and stands as law. Living in the now. Novelty, always new. And so that explains why the controllers want us anxious all the time, because the one thing that can keep us from pursuing newness is fear of failure, anxiety. Oh man, I'm going to go down in a heap of rubble. I'm going to go down in flames. Oh man. This is why, in my opinion, by the way, and all this is my opinion, this is why rich people probably are going to have trouble, because once they acquire all this stuff, they become static. They're banking it, hoarding it, and trying to keep from losing it. And that's a sure pathway to death, if you ask me. Recycling everything, new, novelty, doing new and scary stuff all the time. And if you're following your inner guidance, you're probably experiencing that right now. So, yeah, I have, grew up with change all my life, so it's easy. I went to 13 different schools between kindergarten and 12th grade. So newness and change is a little easier for me, probably than for someone who grew up in the same neighborhood all their life. And you've got to step out, man. Make something new. Okay, I just wanted to quick say that. And I'll see you next time.